All right, I've been talking about the Tona recently. I'm going to keep talking about the Tona, this beautiful Japanese frame from a Japanese company, Masunaga, with a very rich optical heritage. The Tona, originally released in 2024, is having a moment again in 2025, thanks in part to the fun new ways we can customize lens tints and transitions like this beautiful bluebell to gold gradient with a flash gold mirror and transitions Gen S Ruby. That's what I'm talking about in today's video. Don't go anywhere. How's everybody doing? It is your friendly neighborhood optician, Daniel Brunson. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching my videos. If you love eyewear as much as I do, and you love cool things you can do with custom lens technologies, you have found the right place. I like to talk about my favorite indie eyewear brands, cool lens technologies like digital progressive lenses, digital single vision lenses, custom tinted transitions lenses. If you want to see more content like that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. All right. Today we're talking about Masunaga, the Tona. As mentioned, the Tona was released last year as of this recording in 2024. It's having a moment again. We've been seeing some requests for the Tona, especially in light of a lot of the cool custom tinted photochromic lens technologies that we have been making here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear. So I want to share with you the most recent set of lenses that we made for the Tona. So let's take a look. First of all, those of you that have followed my channel for a while, you know what a big fan of Masunaga I am. This very old Japanese company in Fukui, Japan, founded by Goemon Masunaga, sort of established the optical industry in Japan. They have a very rich history. The founder wanted to help lift the people in the area sort of up out of just being limited to an agricultural type community to have more of a trade skill. So he created a system of teaching eyewear making and manufacturing, and it established in the wake of what he started, many more factories came, and many of the world's best titanium eyewear today is produced in Fukui, Japan. Really amazing story. Love that we are a dealer of Masunaga. I'm very proud to be a dealer of Masunaga here at Hicks Brunson Eyewear, as we are a 4-generation company. Masunaga is a 4 or maybe more generation company as well. And their quality is just beautiful. And you'll see why when you look at some of the other videos that I've made here. And I'll link to one of my favorite videos, one of my favorite frames that Masunaga makes, the 000. I've been wearing it myself for years. I'll link to that video. They just do beautiful work. But let's talk about the topic of today's video. This is the Tona. This is the Tona in color 19. And the Tona is a 50 eye size, 21 bridge. It is an acetate front with titanium temple arms. And the color is very beautiful. The black acetate front is matte finish on the front, and it is a polished finish on the backside that faces towards your face. And it's also polished on the outer rim. So along the top here and the sides and the underneath side right there. So polished all around there, matte on the front. The titanium hinges are gold, and temples are like a gunmetal black color. Titanium to the tip, very smooth, very well sculpted, super comfy to wear. This frame is very lightweight, and I love the clean rectangular look of it. I think this is one of those looks that can go dressy. It could also go cash. The matte finish on the front could make it easily go cash. Now let's talk about these lenses that we've customized for our client. So it's actually a single vision lens with a power boost. So it's designed to correct for distance vision, and it has a small amount of magnification in the very bottom that can make it easier when you're trying to look down and read something. This has been a growing category of lenses. People may think, oh, that sounds like a bifocal or a progressive. It's not. It's designed to feel like a single vision distance only lens with a small area in the bottom with a little boost in power that can help those who are mildly needing, at the beginning stages of maybe needing a little help for reading. It can help those in that instance. Or it can just be one of those lenses that even if you wear a full true progressive, but you want a lens that's a little more single far vision distance focused and just has a small area for reading with a little less swimmy, sort of unclear areas in the periphery, like some progressives will tend to display. It can be good for that. So this is a power boost lens called Endless Single Vision Anti-Fatigue. I've made a full video comparing different types of single vision power boost lenses, which I will link to in the description box if you want to learn more about single vision power boost lenses. All right, now let's talk about the lens technology. Fully digital, very wide, clear fields of view into the far periphery, 3 to 5 times larger zones of visual clarity with the Endless technology. And what did we do with the custom tint? Let's take a look. So we have a tint here that we call Bluebell to Gold. And that's what it looks like right there. So that's the Bluebell in the top, fades to gold in the bottom. This is a double gradient tint. We call it a double gradient if there are 2 colors in a single tint, single lens. And we did this at a 30% density. So 30%, you've heard me talk about before. This is what we like for an indoor tint because it's basically a category 1. It's light enough that you can still wear it indoors and even at night, but it's dark enough that you can see the tint. Others can see the tint on you, but it's still appropriate for indoor use for those of you that are looking to spice up your eyewear look with an indoor tint. So that's what the Bluebell to Gold double gradient looks like at 30%. But we didn't just stop there. You may have already noticed there's a lot of reflections on this lens. So we have a gold flash mirror. I'm not sure how well the gold mirror shows when I hold it in open space versus when I wear it. You'll notice with flash mirrors, I get this question a lot. It's never appropriate to put a solid mirror, in my opinion, on a light tinted lens because solid mirrors are too intense and they can shift colors that you experience while looking through the lens. Flash mirrors are mirrors that intensity has been dialed down, so they're just a glimmer of reflection. And you can see as I move my head around, you get just a little bit of glimmer of that gold reflection. You maybe see it less when I tilt the lenses this way. You should see more reflections when I tilt my head up this way. So this is a flash gold. We felt that it would complement the matte black gold hinge of the Tona very well, and also the blue to gold double gradient lens tint. So we wanted to pair this combination together to create this nice sizzling tint look in the Tona, and I think we achieved that quite well. Now let's move on to the next segment of the video. Let's talk about the Transitions technology that we used. We used Transitions Gen S. I've made videos on Gen S. It's the newest version of Transitions lens technologies. It's available in a wide variety of colors. It darkens very quickly. It only takes about 30 seconds to get to full darkness, and it only takes about 2.5 minutes to go back to its clear state, which is lightning fast in terms of photochromics. I'll go ahead and shine my UV light on it so we can take a look at it. And I'll just do the right side first so we can see the before and after. But Transitions Gen S, I've done a full review on it, which I'll link to in the box below if you want to check out all the Transitions Gen S colors and learn a little bit more about the technology. Now, check it out. I love the ruby color. This is the Transitions Ruby color. I'll link to that video as well. I did a whole separate review on just the ruby, why I like the ruby red color. Look how nice this looks. I've only done this a couple of times now where I've put a flash gold mirror on Transitions Ruby, and I did it in a Masunaga Tona. If I've got room to link to that video, I'll link to that video as well, because that was one of my favorite combinations of tint Transitions mirrors that I had done up to that point. Love the way that gold looks in the ruby. So you have this really nice Bluebell to Gold double gradient indoor look with a glimmer of that flash mirror. Outdoors, you get fully activated ruby, and you can really see that gold mirror. Let's just finish off the look and activate both sides here so we can see how good this looks as a sunglass. I think if anyone was considering making a full sunglass with the Tona, this would not be a bad look at all. Do a tinted lens and maybe this ruby color with a flash gold mirror. Look how good the flash gold looks alongside the matte black of the Tona. There again, you see that's the ruby color. I absolutely love the optics of the ruby. It makes things so soothing and so sharp, and it's a high contrast color, much like ambers. It really sharpens visual clarity and makes things look sharper because it's high contrast. But just take a moment to appreciate how good the ruby mixed with the gold, mixed with the matte black Tona looks. I'm a big fan of this combination. We do a lot of fire red gradient tints with flash blue mirrors. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more ruby Transitions lenses with flash gold mirrors. This is a really phenomenal look. I really like it a lot. Let me know what you think about this look. You know, what do you guys think? Do you like it? What other frame looks, models, styles, etc. would you pair the ruby transitions with the gold mirror with some sort of an indoor tint? Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is the Tona with this combination, which I absolutely love, and I'm so glad that I got to share it with you today. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.